Hey, here we go. So, playing some sprites, and of course, I know I'm going to make misplays right here. I should start cap shell, use the effective jet to summon itself onto the field. This would search for either sprite smasher or another copy of starter instead of starting starter because it gets negated, and then of course I can't get out um, a red or a carrot or whatever the case may be, or even blue for that matter, which would have been even better. So right here, when I go here, I go into gigantic sprite. Once I go gigantic sprite, I should have brought out blue instead and then used blue to search red. That could have gotten me to an IP Masquerena. Once I went into Sprite Elf, because right now I would have Sprite Elf on the field plus another card, which more than likely would have been still red. Red probably still would have been on the field, or Gigantic Sprite would have still been on the field. And then I could have gone the effective Elf plus whatever the other card is, fusion those two together, um, and then went into or not fuse, but link those two together into IP Masquerena. And then once I went IP Masquerena on my opponent's turn, I would use this card to grab red, and then use the other one to grab carrot, or use this to grab red out of the graveyard, use this to summon carrot. So I would have had elf, red, carrot on my opponent's turn, but this effect would be getting used immediately. Um, which it would have made some differences to the match and how it ended up playing out. So because I made that misplay, this is how it ended up happening, which is kind of fine by me. So I go carried right here. Of course, my opponent has a call by the grave, so he would have stopped my red play. But I activate carrot right here. And here it is, he activates call by the grave. So this, by making that misplay, it ate up his call by the grave, and I was able to actually use red as a banished target, or as a discard target for carrot. So either way it goes, I would have lost both of them, because when I went to activate this, he would have used call by the grave on it the first time, if I would have used it, and then I would have had to discard either elf or IP Masquerena to get the effective carrot. So either way it goes, I got the most value out of what I just did. Misplay or not, that's what I'm hoping y'all understand. And then if I would have actually used carrot on his call by the grave to negate it, then I would have gotten red out, and red wouldn't have done anything to stop the faithful plays. So more than likely, I probably would have gotten Draco back, and he would have returned something back into my hand, which probably would have been Sprite Elf, sending it back to my extra deck. So my misplay might have actually helped me out. So I use Change of Heart right here. Change of Heart is an amazing card. I'm so glad they brought it back. It's been banned, and I remember when I first got the card in real life. So right here I go IP Masquerena, and of course I'm going to Ebly lock him right here. And my opponent wants no part of what it was coming, so he just surrenders. GG's, my boy.